Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my travel destination. Today I'll just do a quick live and just to tell you what happened that I haven't been travel. It seems like a long time that I haven't been travel, and I don't know what to do with my channel because I normally go traveling like once a year, or now because of coronavirus I guess everybody has the same feeling, and they get locked down, they get locked at home, and they won't be able to go out. And if you eat, whenever you are going out, and you have to put on mask, that is a very troublesome, because every time you go out you have to put on your mask, and then when you walk on the way you don't feel yourself like freely, you like just like normal. You have to feel, you feel yourself like you have been bound by something that is constantly on your face, that you are not moving freely, especially you know, it's not normal. I hope that, I wish that we can go back to normal. We can travel as many times as we like, you know, just like in near future you will come, you will back to normal again. I hope so, but I'm not sure. After the coronavirus, but maybe the environment and the world, the society, everybody will act differently. The world will not be going back to what it was before. I hope, just pray that one day it will be the same again. And just to get you some information, the countries that I have been, the most, I just say my favorite country that I have been is Tromsø. Tromsø in Norway. I always have my dream that I can live somewhere in Norway, because I can see many of you, I hope some of you are watching, many of you living in Sweden or Norway, and you've got such a beautiful climate, and you've got such a beautiful landscape with snowy, especially during winter. I don't know about summer, maybe summer is very hot as well, as we have here summer in Australia. The temperatures can rise up to 40 degrees sometimes. It's really hot. And winter is not that cold, especially in my region, Queensland, Australia. The winter is like, at night time you won't go below 0 degrees. It will be like something like 8 degrees or 10 degrees, but daytime it's really hot. We will never go up to really high, like well, it will go high up to 40 degrees and 45, but daytime normally during winter it is like just normal 25 degrees Celsius. So actually to the cold country people maybe say very hot, but to us it is just normal. As I get used to it, I have been in Australia for so many years, for around like nearly 40 years, because I grew up in Australia, and I came to Australia from Malaysia when I was like 16 years old. Well, when I talk about this, it's a long story. I'm thinking of going back to the story again, so I'm not going back to the story because it's a long story. So I was talking about my favorite country, right? My favorite country is Tromsø. I have been to Tromsø. I love it, but we just stopped there like for 2 days, and we went for reindeer sledging, and we went for the aurora watching. You know what you call this? Yeah, northern light, northern light. Yeah, northern light. Well, at that night I remember when we have joined the tour group, and there was about 10 or 20 of us in a big van. At night we traveled in the middle of the night. It was like really freezing cold, and as we traveled alone on the way to, that was sorry, that was a long way, about 3 hours, and on the drive we can see it was freezing cold, the snow coming down, and the cars, you know, they're driving on the road full of snow. I feel really envy that, really impressive of the driver is able to drive on such a snowy road, and it was so cold that everybody in the car was freezing. You can see the snow all over everywhere on the road. It's too many, and we were enjoying because not many cars are traveling during the night, and it was about 3 or 4 hours. And we stopped halfway to have a rest, and we have some barbecue on the way. The driver gave us a lovely soup in such a cold night. Excuse me. And we also have like talk among us, and we have storytelling, and just around a group of us of tourists, we chatting to each other in the middle of the night, and we have sort of like a bonfire. It was so amazing. And by the time we arrived in to see the northern light, it was like nearly in the morning, and I have a feeling that I won't see much, but I was lucky. Some people, when they are arriving at their destination, they couldn't see any northern light, but at least I could see some, but not that like vigorously like those people have seen, those lucky people. But at least I have seen some green one moving around in the sky. So I was not very satisfied, but I'm happy that I seen it. But it was a high cost to pay in order to see such a small green light in the sky. But in future, probably if I can go, I will go again. If I got the strength, if I got the health, I will go again to have a look. Okay, then my second most favorite country I can say is New Zealand. New Zealand is such a picturesque country. I think you have seen my video. It is such a beautiful country. Everywhere is just like postal. You know, postal where you take photo and you can make it to postal. Every part of it is just like equivalent to postal. Very, very beautiful. And to my surprise is that I have been to New Zealand like nearly 3 times, and this is probably my 3rd time in New Zealand or 4th time. I can't remember, but I remember the first time when I was in New Zealand, I could see the snow-capped mountain that was like 10 years ago. Snow-capped mountain, full of snow, and I went during the same times as I was this year, the same time, like April. I went in April. There was snow everywhere, snow-capped mountain everywhere. But this time I went during April. Not much snow. Only you went if you arrive in Mount Cook. Mount Cook is New Zealand's highest mountain, Mount Cook. You can see snow only. But on the way, all the way from Mount Cook or anyway, you can't really see snow-capped anymore. I think it's because of a global warming, and it altered the environment. So I hope that in future people can. I think that they are quite right. They fight for the global warming. You know, have this protest against the global sort of like happening and alter our environment. Such a beautiful country, and it was before, and now I only see part of it have a snow-capped mountain, not many. So I was a bit disappointed, but it's still beautiful. This is okay. I talk about New Zealand now. My second favorite country. My 3rd favorite country I can say is our own Australia. Australia is beautiful. Australia, it is a big island, and whichever island part you go, east, west, north, and south, they have different types of climate, weather, landscape. You can see, the weather changing, but the climate wherever you go, like for example, you go to Tasmania, which is the southernmost part of Australia, you can feel the cold. It's really cold. It's so beautiful. I can feel that the scenery is quite similar to like in Europe or New Zealand. It's very beautiful. And when you go to the eastern part of where I'm living, in Queensland, eastern part of Australia, you can feel the heat. You can feel a bit hot, like tropical climate. And winter, well, still winter, still a bit cold. And when you go to the west, it's different again. You know, you can feel the coldness as well, especially in Perth. You can feel the coldness as well. They got their own beautiful landscape as well. When you go to the middle of Australia, desert, okay, and spring, very very hot, which is like in the middle, and the weather is just equivalent to desert climate. And when you go to the northern part of Australia, it would be like equatorial. I remember because I was from Malaysia. Malaysia was very very hot. It belongs to equatorial climate. So when you are in northern part of Australia, it's just equivalent to equatorial climate, very very hot, and hot nearly all year round. Okay, then you go to southern part of Australia, like Melbourne, Sydney, Victoria, you know, the state of Victoria, the state of New South Wales. You can feel the cold again, the weather changing again. So if you are in Australia, you can feel, you know, you are in sort of like almost all over the, you know, characterized by the world's climate already, except that it is not extreme during winter, not extremely cold, and you can find extreme cold only in the mountain area in Australia. Okay, so much for this episode of my travel destinations. I will talk to you more, as if I'm not traveling. I will talk to you, and I hope you enjoy it. You get some out of it. I just like to chit chat with all of you. I just appreciate your subscribe. And if you want to subscribe and you've not yet already subscribed, you subscribe it. And if you like it, help me to put a thumbs up. It will help my channel as well. And okay, you can also, if you watch some of the videos you like it, you can share it with a friend. Okay, and I just like to talk to you, all of you all. Thank you so much for your supporting, and I talk to you soon. And